Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Light of Shaya. My channel is all about illuminating the spiritual path forward and bringing you uplifting messages of love and light. So I had a little bit of a recording issue right now, and interestingly enough, I was going on talking about this particular message here. I already drew the cards out; they came out. And there was an interesting synchronicity that had happened that you guys are going to miss now as a result of it. But as I was talking about going inside and really evaluating what it is that you value, the uncovering treasure came out. And I thought that was just so serendipitous. Like, there, I feel like that message is very important right now. So the cards that ended up coming out that you guys didn't get the opportunity to see, we have the grounding card that says, "Go deep, explore your roots." We have, once again, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And we have solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we had the surrendering to the journey, release control. So the message that I was getting here, that I'm basically going to re-explain now, is the fact that there is a need right now, especially with the solitude and grounding card, to really go within and try and figure out yourself. It's like you're re-exploring certain things, you're really re-evaluating the things that are important to you. And as I was saying, speaking about this message, there basically what I was trying to get at is that every single person has different sets of values and what it is that they want out of life, right? Some people want material wealth, some people want relationships, whether that be familial, romantic, friendships, and some people like exploration, traveling, adventure, exploring different things, right? Some people value stability, and that presents itself in different ways. So the message that I was basically, I'm going to make sure this is recording again. Okay. The message that is really important right now is going within to re-explore this portion of ourselves. And one of the big things that I was getting, and interestingly enough, I was led to lighting the heart chakra candle that I have here, is that the divine feminine, or at least the collective divine feminine that I'm referring to right now, is going through a huge healing process. There's a lot of purging, and a lot of this purging is presenting itself through closing out of cycles, starting out something new. It seems that Spirit is trying to bring in some new things for this particular group of feminines that I'm referring to. And I know this because I've recently gone through some pretty heavy cycles closing out, and there seems to be a massive shift that I cannot quite explain, but it's there, and it's potent, and it's very beautiful. There's a lot of really amazing things coming our way, but the thing that we need to understand now is that we have to go within to really try to understand ourselves. As the grounding card says here, go deep, explore your roots. Who are you? I mean, clearly we're all a consciousness experiencing this material world. But who are you at the root of that? Besides the consciousness, like your soul has its own like signature, so to speak. And there are certain values that you hold near and dear to your heart, and you protect these values. Much like this dragon is looking at this treasure, there's a sense of admiration, of love and desire, and she's very protective of the things that she values. So what is it that you value? With the solitude card here, in silence, peace prevails. So if you guys aren't practicing mindfulness, I highly suggest it. To be honest, I've been caught up in my own personal world that I sometimes forget to do this. And this is natural. This is a part of the human condition. But as long as we're aware, living consciously, then we're more than capable of pushing forward and really appreciating life for what it is. I'm going to be pulling some cards out of the Soul Journeys Oracle deck for like underlying energies, lessons here that Spirit is trying to teach us. We got one card here. What else do we have, Spirit? I'm getting the sense it's just the one. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I'm feeling drawn to pull this card out because I had received this message as well personally. Um, some of you may be dealing with a new friendship. Perhaps you've been alone for quite some time. And you've already gone through this process. So this could be past energy very well. It could be. For some of you, you may be stepping into this energy. You know what? This is so interesting. We have the guilt card at the bottom of the deck, followed by failure. And, the guilt card says, I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. And failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And then we got change below that, and balance. Oddly enough, these are the cards that I had seen earlier. I had received this message, and it looks like this message needed to come out. Some of you may be experiencing, look at this, I was just shuffling, and then I was called to looking. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. We have death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And wasn't I just talking about closing out painful cycles? That's it's incredible. There's a massive shift happening right now for us, and it's incredibly important that we embrace it. With the humor card here, it says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. There could be a need, especially with this death card, to release some of the darker ways of viewing life. I don't like saying negative because that's kind of like a polarity, and it's not really true. There's a positive in every negative, and there's beauty in the destruction of things to a certain extent, of course. Not to say that if you go out destroying things, it's a beautiful thing, but what I'm trying to say is that much like the phoenix being burned down to ashes and then being reborn from the ashes, there's a certain beauty in that. And I think what this card is saying is maybe try looking at life on the brighter side. Perhaps incorporate more jokes, more humor into your life. Maybe watch some comedies, try and share some laughs with friends. I don't know, whatever humor you're into, whether it be like memes on the internet or whatever that the way you express yourself when it comes to laughing and joking around. It looks like Spirit is really calling you to move towards this. And perhaps this is the uncovering of that treasure. Because I did put this card below this. The treasure might well be that you're starting to see life in a very different way, in more of a joyful experience despite the pain. And then with this death card, putting it below the grounding card, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings, and this card is speaking about exploring your roots, going deep. What was this ending that wasn't perhaps serving you, and how is it that you can step into the new beginning now with this in mind, and what does it mean for you as a soul on your journey? With the solitude card and the friendship card here, there may be a sense that you've been alone for quite some time. Perhaps haven't been sharing your burdens, and there may be a particular friendship that has come about, that you're feeling very drawn to, and that person is basically there for a reason. They're there to help you heal through this painful ending, perhaps. You may be sharing laughs with this person. You may be sharing good times with this person, interesting conversations, things that uplift you overall. It looks like you're letting go of control as well with that, what was it, the surrendering to the journey card that was at the bottom of the deck. And I'm getting that sense very strongly here. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling tarot cards here to see what other messages Spirit has for us. Okay, got the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of discs, or the Four of Pentacles. So there may have been something that you were refusing to let go of in the past. This thing may have caused you some form of disappointment. This could have been a relationship, a job, something that you may have invested in. And with the sense that with this particular card, I'm being drawn to the fact that this is an upside down pentagram. So this was in the physical world, most definitely. This was you had some emotional investments, perhaps to something physical. This could have been a person or a job that you've experienced some sort of loss with. This may have happened recently, or you're currently stepping into this energy. But for some of the people that I'm referring to here, this is past energies. We do have the Two of Swords here. There may have been some sort of impasse, and maybe that was what was blocking out this this closing out of a cycle. But interestingly enough, I'm being drawn to the fact that this card has the word peace in it, and solitude is over here. And this card also speaks about peace being discovered within. So perhaps you may have come to some sort of truth within. Maybe you're making peace with something from the past that was disappointing to you from within. There's been a lot of self-exploration, delving into self and trying to understand who you are as a person. With the Eight of Wands here, you could be traveling, you may have traveled somewhere, but that may not necessarily be the case for some of you. That may only resonate with a few of you. But I'm getting here, perhaps there's some sort of forward movement or communication between you and a friend, perhaps. Somebody that you're exchanging some sort of conversation with that is really helping you out. Let's go ahead and pull some more tarot here. Very interesting energy. There is some heaviness to this, and it seems like you're stepping out of this. We have adjustment or justice. We have the Ace of Swords and the Fool. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eon or Judgment. There may be some decision that's going to be coming up soon. There may be some sort of release, some sort of renewal, something important. This may be in relation to some sort of truth that's coming out, that's going to come in very quickly. This could be via text message or messenger, some sort of electronic form. This could even be a call. But there's some sort of truth that's going to be coming out to light, some sort of clarity. And this could be involving a Libra, perhaps, because we do have the Justice card here. But it doesn't have to be the case. This person may have Libra in their chart. You may have Libra in their chart, or in your chart, excuse me. But there's definitely some sort of truth coming out that's going to balance out the scales. This could be in relation to some sort of contract, some sort of, this could be a job contract, a marriage. Somebody may be getting a divorce, getting married, or signing some sort of paperwork. But there seems to be a balancing of the scales. There seems to be some sort of balance being reinstated. This could be an emotional balance. This could have been something that may have caused you some form of imbalance before with the Two of Swords, of closing yourself off. Maybe there was a need to retreat. This person may have retreated in the past. And with this Ace of Swords, there's a sense of clarity coming in. There's some sort of truth that's going to be spoken, and I'm getting that's through electronic means. This could be started as playful banter, because it's beneath the humor card here. And we do have the uncovering treasure card here as well. So this could have been something that was hidden, something that is going to be coming to light. Now, with the Fool here, this is a brand new beginning. This is a leap of faith. This could be a chance that's being taken after a point of disappointment, of some sort of emotional loss. Let's see here. Okay, so we had a couple cards come out here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Discs, failure. Interesting. Below that, we have... Okay, this is interesting. I'm going to pull from the bottom of the deck here. We have the Seven of Discs, failure. The Prince of Discs, or the Knight of Discs in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. We have the Emperor, Knight of Swords, or the King of Swords, and the Empress. I'll get into these in just a moment here. With the Eight of Swords here, there may be some sort of mental conflict, constriction, restriction. Somebody may be stuck in their head. You could be stuck in your head about a certain decision, perhaps, that you have to make regarding some sort of contract, likely. Doesn't have to be the case. We do have the Magician here as well. This card speaks of manifestation. This card also speaks of having all the different tools within your reach in order to bring forward the things that you want in life. And interestingly enough, I am seeing this below the Ace of Swords, and they're both indicated by the number 1. The number 1 stands of this. It talks of the self and prioritizing the self, not in a negative way, in a positive way, as in self-worth, self-love. Really, it's about individuality. So there may have been some sort of illusion as well, because the magus, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Magician is typically also a card of illusions. So there may have been some sort of lack of clarity regarding some sort of illusion. Perhaps somebody was stuck in their head about bringing out some sort of truth, and it was like they were wrapping themselves in a shroud of illusions so that this truth couldn't come out. Perhaps this person was lying to themselves. This could be you or a person that you've been dealing with. But with the Four of Wands here, this card in this deck is represented by the word completion. Once again, this is like a brand new beginning, perhaps, of a cycle, because the previous one closed. The Four of Wands also speaks of stability, of union. But this appears to have been very slow moving with the Knight of Discs at the bottom of the deck. Now with these cards here, failure seems to be coming out quite a bit. There was that message had actually been coming out very strongly earlier for me when I was looking at the Soul's Journey Oracle cards, and it was one of the cards that was hiding below the Friendship card. Perhaps there's a person in your life right now that's helping you deal with some sort of failure from the past. Somebody that's encouraging you or helping you deal with this. Perhaps there's something that you had invested a great amount of time in, and that caused some sort of disappointment. Now, whatever this is, whether this is a person, a job, some sort of thing, we have the Prince of Discs here. This is a very, very, very slow moving energy, especially coupled here with the failure card or the Seven of Discs. Perhaps there was somebody who was being very controlling about a situation or wanting stability in a particular situation with the Emperor card here. This could have been an Aries. This could have been a Gemini Virgo as well with the Mage or the Magician here. We have the Knight of Swords here as well, so it could have been a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person seems to be wanting to take swift action, which is very different from the previous energies of moving very slowly, methodically, almost to the point of not moving at all. It was like taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's like before, maybe that's what this truth is about. There might have been somebody that you were dealing with that wanted to speak some sort of truth, but seemed to like take the first step and then move backwards. It's like there's a lot of hesitation here, and this could have been towards the an empress figure here. This very well could be you, considering the message of the divine feminines. This could easily be dealing with divine counterparts, twin flame energy here, high level soulmates. This card is the card of Taurus, I believe. Taurus and Libra. There's a lot of air energy here for sure, and lots of earth energy. Just trying to look at the cards here and see we have an Aries, we have Aries, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but the Libra and Gemini are coming out very strongly. So once again, signs don't really matter all that much. They're more for the people that resonate with it. So there's going to be individuals out there who are going to be like, yeah, that's exactly the sign that I'm dealing with. But it varies. What is this Magician here about? Knight of Swords. Okay, there is some sort of... This person may be feeling somewhat impulsive. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician again. That's really interesting. This person could be feeling rather impulsive, wanting to move very quickly, wanting to move forward, come forward with some sort of truth. There may have been a lot of illusion surrounding this, and this sort of truth is basically going to be cutting this out. And there's a sense of this moving very, very quickly. This row here that I have laid out is very fast moving energy. The Eight of Wands is very fast moving. The Ace of Swords is incredibly fast as well, and the Knight of Swords is impulsive. There's a lack of restraint here. This is fascinating. Okay, what is the Eight of Swords here? Six of Wands. It looks like somebody's wanting to step out of inaction. Somebody wants to be seen. Somebody wants to emerge out of this darkness, some sort of obscurity. There's a sense of they no longer wanting to be restricted by the mind. And interestingly enough, they're coming in very quickly, and they're coming in with a sense of triumph. But I'm not sure how you're going to be responding to this. There's a Four of Wands here. Four of Wands is the Three of Cups. This could be some sort of reconciliation. This could be some sort of celebration that this person wants to have with you. Once again, this could be a friend who may reveal some sort of truth to you. Take the message as it resonates, but I'm getting the sense perhaps that this could be some form of reconciliation. This could have been a third-party situation. And this person wants to complete some sort of cycle. Because the Four of Wands usually does speak of like union and celebration, like stability. There's a couple who's very happy about their future. But maybe you're not going to be feeling all that confident about this. Perhaps you're feeling somewhat defensive, worn out by the situation. Okay, this card wanted to come out. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Star. Ace of Cups, World. Okay, interesting message that came out there. Lots of okay. Well, most of it is Major Arcana, which is incredibly potent. This is a highly spiritual lesson. There's some sort of movement that's going to be occurring. This could have been a divine timing issue. It could have been this could have been some sort of karmic cycle. And there's either a renewal of a previous situation. This could be the divine stepping in and asking you to make some sort of decision about something. or this could have been a very fated situation where you made a decision um, towards a higher calling. Whatever it was that you dealt with it was incredibly healing. And this could be regarding love. This could be some sort of new love coming in, a new love offer coming in. This could be this could be from a previous energy or a new energy, like a new person, old person. It's hard to say here. With the world here, this could indicate travel once again, especially with the Eight of Wands here. Some of you may be traveling once again, also with the Six of Wands. There could be some travel involved, but that's only going to resonate for a few of you. The world speaks of the completion of a cycle and a brand new beginning. This is, yeah, this is really, I'm getting the sense of cycles closing out most definitely, especially with the death card here. Somebody is in a state of inaction and is really wanting to break free from this state of inaction, and they want to move towards something. And it's likely that this person has some sort of love interest with you. I'm curious about that Seven of Discs, what that failure was about. The Hierophant. And then we have the Ten of Swords at the bottom. This could have been a previous cycle that closed out once again with the Seven of Discs. There was something that may have been invested in that did not go all so well, especially with the Ten of Swords. The Hierophant speaks of structure. So I'm getting, once again, this could have been a job situation that you dealt with. I'm getting perhaps two separate energies. Once again, take the message as it resonates. I mean, this could have also been a marriage that came to an end for a few of you. I'm trying to see if I'm getting any more messages about this. Yeah, this card speaks of structure and organization, and then we have the Ten of Swords, so that's a very painful ending. Perhaps there's somebody, or when it comes, I'm going to take the job situation here because I'm feeling maybe this might be what it is. There may have been a job situation that came to a very painful end. There, you may have felt betrayed, backstabbed by this, but this closing out of this cycle is actually fated for you. There was a reason why it happened. You're currently in the midst of moving forward from the situation. And what you're actually moving towards is a sense of this newfound stability, of abundance, of wealth. This is very this is going to be very healing for you. With the Six of Swords here, this may indicate travel. Once again, some of you are definitely going to be traveling. We have the World, the Eight of Wands, we have the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Chariot. These all speak of travel and like forward movement. So there's some people out there who may be moving places. They may be moving countries, states, cities, whatever. From city to city within the same state, province, or whatever, wherever you may be moving away from something or somewhere. This could have been because of a previous cycle that closed out, something that you thought may have been stable or that you invested in is no longer worth your time, or perhaps this was even out of your control for some of you, and now you're moving towards a brand new beginning. You're going to emerge victorious from whatever the situation is. There's a lot of abundance in whatever it is that you're going to be dealing with. Gonna see here. And then once again, we have the Eight of Pentacles here. This card wanted to come out earlier, so you may be working hard on some sort of project. We have the Eight of Wands below that again, and the Ace of Wands. I know the eights usually speak of abundance because life path 8 is about creating abundance for yourself in this lifetime within the material. So this is very materially driven. Once again, travel can be a thing. Perhaps you're very invested in your own work right now, and you're trying to create something out of it. There's a sense of creating some sort of brand new beginning for yourself. My cards kind of just went all over the place. Sorry. There's something you may be working on, something that you're persevering through. It may be a little bit on the boring side for you at this time, or it may seem a tiny bit tedious. But something is trying to come in. Is the impression that I'm getting, and it's going to come in very quickly. You may not expect it. There's a level of unexpectedness to this energy trying to come in. And this Ace of Wands is perhaps a brand new idea, or this is going to re-spark, perhaps, some sort of interest that you have. You're going to be feeling very inspired by whatever this is coming into. This could have been a previous effort that you've put in, probably separate from the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Discs over here. This could have been a separate endeavor that you had on the side. This could have been a side gig, or like, let's say you had a hobby that you were making some money on, or you wanted to make money from it, or something along those lines that is going to pick up very quickly. And this is going to re-spark your interest. It's like you're going to be feeling really inspired by this. That's really interesting. This could even end up in a collaboration here with the Three of Pentacles. Some sort of collaboration with somebody. I'm trying to see if there's any other messages here, because I feel like there's something else that needs to come out that that I haven't delivered to you quite yet, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Six of Discs. Six of Discs popped out right now from the Thoth deck. Success. Whatever this is going to be very successful. It's going to be once again, very abundant. This is going to bring in a great deal of stability within you. I'm going to pull these cards here. Okay. I'm pulling quite a few cards here from the bottom of the deck. We got 4 cards here. We have the Queen of Cups, the Chariot again, the Seven of Swords, and the Tower. I'm getting separate energies from this. If you're dealing with a love interest, because I'm getting this is probably about love here. If you're dealing with a love interest, you could be dealing with a Cancerian. You could also be dealing with just a water sign, another water sign, a Scorpio or Pisces. Doesn't have to be. But I mean, we got the Chariot twice here, which is a card of Cancer. This could be in relation to the truth coming in, or this could be a separate energy. I'm having a hard time actually linking the two together. This could be 2 separate people. Really interesting. There's a lot of change coming in right now, like a lot of change coming in. And a lot of these things, I think Spirit is actually trying to keep a little bit under wraps. This is probably some sort of life lesson. I think this is tied to what do you value? What is it that you value? Because whatever it is that you value, you can move towards. What is this message about here? It's like they want to come out, but they don't. It's almost like there's something being hidden purposefully. Yes. Okay. This could be 2 different people you're dealing with, perhaps. I'm getting that impression that it could be with the 2 of Pentacles here. And there's a decision to be made, perhaps. Do you want stability and lust, or a desire, passion, or do you want emotional fulfillment? Do you want somebody who truly emotionally fulfills you? Interesting. We have the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull some more cards from a different deck here. What deck should I be? Here we go. We got the Golden Wheel. I want to find out what this Tower card is about. This could be two different entities or people. I don't know why I called them entities. This could be two different people that you're dealing with here. So it looks like for sure. So there's a lot going to be happening for you within the near future, viewer. There is an imminent tower moment coming in from one side. There was a previous job situation, perhaps, where there was some sort of sneaky behavior or some sort of backstabbing. Perhaps you worked towards something very hard, and you got basically let go of. Perhaps you were trying to create a stable foundation with a company or some sort of structure organization, and that came to a ending very quickly, something that was incredibly painful for you, perhaps. But there's a previous endeavor, perhaps, that you've been working on the side, or some sort of project that you were invested in that was separate from this. And you're going to be perhaps collaborating with somebody, or there's some quick energy coming in regarding to that, where you're going to be feeling very inspired. Now, there is some sort of love offer coming in. There could be I'm getting the sense this could be two separate energies. There's one person who's coming in for reconciliation from the past. They're moving very quickly. They're a little bit arrogant about it too. Tower. Okay, so the tower is being clarified by the sun. Five of Wands. Right, so as I was saying, this could be two different people that you're dealing with, and this was all divinely ordained. It's like the divine is trying to ask you, what are your priorities? What is it that you value in your life? Because you can have it. It's just a matter of you deciding on what it is that you want. Yeah. So the tower is clarified by the sun, the Five of Wands, and Judgment. Whoever this is, in terms of love, coming in very quickly. There may have been some sort of deception surrounding this person. This is why I was getting that illusion sense from the magician once again. That was very illusory. There was some sort of hidden quality to all of this, and this person perhaps wasn't demonstrating emotion, or there could have been, especially with the Cancerian cards here. That isn't to say that Cancers are fake or anything like that, but I know Cancers put up a front, but they seem tough on the outside, but they're actually very, very tender on the inside. This person may have not let on that they had feelings for you, or that they wanted something with you, and this caused some sort of ending between you two. With and this is why there was an impasse with the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords. This person wants to come in quickly to speak to you regarding their feelings. That's what this tower moment is about. They want to move in very quickly, because they do have a cup of love to offer you. What you're going to be finding out through this tower is there was this person. Some of you may have been dealing with a child. That won't necessarily resonate with everybody, but there was a sense that this person may have may know where their happiness lies. There was some sort of internal conflict, or people that were involved that may have caused some sort of conflict in this person's life, and they're finally going to come forward with the fact that they made a decision regarding this. Yeah, the Magician popped up again. That there was definitely some sort of illusion with this. Now, I'm going to pull some cards regarding this other offer of love. What is this about? This may be after we got the Three of Wands. This may have been after a period of waiting for some of you. Looking out into the future. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Interesting. More love, another love offer here. This love offer is definitely something perhaps that you've been waiting for. Perhaps you were done with this previous energy. They're coming back to reconcile, and you're moving on towards something else. You're moving away from this, perhaps. This Ten of Swords, wanting to move away from that. Ace of Wands keeps wanting to come out. We got two aces on this side here. So there's a lot of love and a lot of passion, or at least potential for it. I'm getting the sense of new beginnings, emotional fulfillment again on this side. So whoever you're dealing with here, both are good options in their own sense. Why is the Lust card here? I think one option is coming in after a period of having gone MIA. Where's the Lust card here? Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person has a lot of passion, desire for you, and they want to come in very quickly. What's the Ten of Cups about? Who's this Ten of Cups about? This person may have finally made a decision. Interesting. The other energy here, we have two cards that came out. We have the Six of Wands, the Devil. We have the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck again, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Both of these connections were faded, I'm getting the sense of. One of these people, or both of these people, may have been struggling with some sort of vice, especially with the Lust card. Like I'm getting the sense of one person may have been dealing and struggling with ego issues. I don't know. Like I'm reading this card a little bit differently. Ego issues and perhaps sexual desire, like impulses that they were having a hard time controlling. The other person has recently perhaps come out of some sort of either karmic tie or some sort of addiction that they've been fighting, and they're finally coming out the other end of it. So both of your options are dealing with very, very human experiences here. Yeah, there was possibly a sense of loss here. One or more of these. Oh, I see. You're going to have to make a decision between two people, and you're going to have to leave one of them out in the cold. That's the sense I'm getting. Because interestingly enough, I just placed this above the Two of Pentacles. One of these people you're going to let down. The question is, who is it going to be? Is it going to be the past energy that's trying to come in very passionately, very quickly? Or is it going to be the new person or a newer person that came in who also has a lot of love for you? They've been looking for this too. Because I get the feeling that you've been wanting love as well. It's likely that with the Emperor and the Empress card, one of these energies may be a twin flame, the other one may be a soulmate connection. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, this card keeps on wanting to come out. Six of Swords, moving away, moving on from something. You're going to be leaving something behind, I'm hearing. All right. This is a really, really interesting reading. You're going to need a lot of strength and determination to come out the other side on this. You may vacillate between who to choose. You may be unsure, but follow your heart with this. Love isn't supposed to be painful. That's something that I recently stumbled across myself. The realization that love should never have to be painful. If somebody has hurt you and continues to hurt you, viewer, it's hard to really love somebody. I mean, you can love them, but the pain will always be there, if that makes sense. Do you want to deal with that, or would you rather move on from it? The choice is up to you. Like, I mean, some people can deal with pain and love at the same time. I mean, it doesn't have to be the case all the time. Like, this isn't, I'm not saying that this is going to be a painful connection, but there may have been some hurts in the past. And maybe some of you have been trying to heal from those hurts, and it just simply, it's been difficult for you. But you're moving on from it. You're definitely moving into a more balanced state. That's probably what the divine feminine message was about. You're likely a divine feminine dealing with a twin flame and a potential soulmate connection. Okay, you want to come out. Yep. Interestingly enough, he was at the bottom of the deck before I started the video. The divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. There's definitely a lot of healing going on right now for you. Yeah, you are protected, Archangel Michael. Interestingly enough, I did a reading for myself yesterday and he came out as well. So you're definitely divinely protected. You're being divinely guided. You are healing, and this has all been divinely orchestrated. The choice is going to be yours at the end of the day. What is it that you would like? Which one do you feel more passionately about or more loving about? Which one do you feel is going to fulfill you truly? Will it be a past energy or will it be the new energy? Yes, this is further emphasizing the point, but we have signs from heaven. You've likely been receiving synchronicities, and live your joy. So thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. And then live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow joy. We have Archangel Gabriel at the bottom of the deck just now here. It says, speak your truth. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me speak with integrity. What is your truth? What are your values? This is really what's going to push you forward. What is it that you value in this life? That's what the initial message was about. When it comes to this, to your job, everything's going to be working out smoothly. What I'm seeing, you're going to have a lot of success. So don't worry about the material aspects. You're going to be stepping into a new, more financially abundant time. So don't concern yourself too much. Continue to invest in whatever it is that you have been, that you feel called to. In terms of love, what's coming in now is likely a decision between a twin flame connection and a soulmate connection. It's going to be a matter of you choosing between the two. With Archangel Michael, know that whatever it is that you're doing, you are divinely protected. Both are excellent choices. Both of them have their own properties of healing with the divine physician of Archangel Raphael. And then with Archangel Gabriel, it says, speak your truth. So there's a truth that's going to be coming to light. In addition to this, with the other interpretation that I have with Gabriel is what's your joy? What is your truth? What are your values? What is it that you value in this life? And go based off that. Do not make this decision based off logic, because that's going to harm you in the end. Granted, both decisions, like I said, will be good for you. But which one stands more with your values at the core? Regardless of the title, don't think of, if you know you have a twin flame connection and a soulmate connection, don't think about the title. Think about what your values are. What will make you truly happy? All right. So that was a really interesting message, very, very intense. I'm going to be pulling one more card and then I'll close out the reading. So thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. It helps me bring out these very important messages to people. I'm going to be pulling from the Isis Oracle deck. This deck is a highly spiritual deck. It has a lot of insights about what's going on in your spiritual journey. It speaks of the healing of the divine feminine aspects, the divine masculine, etc. So what message do you have for us today, divine goddess Isis? What message do you have for us today? Here we are. Here we are. Look at this. Wow. Past life, present power. The many spiritual faces of you. Holy cow. Okay, I just got chills, guys. And this is a divine timing thing. I'm looking at the hourglass. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book on this one for you, because I think there's definitely, oh my goodness, a very, very powerful message here. Intuitively, I'm getting the sense just by what the card says: past life, present power, the many spiritual faces of you. Once again, touching into the whole your soul essence, what you value, and who you are. You've likely had several past lives with both of these counterparts. Um, you've known these people before. You've known these souls before in previous incarnations, but with the present power, it's talking about what is true for you now. Who are you now? It's not about past life connections and about labels. It's about who are you now, or at least that's the way I'm reading this here. So the book says, when the soul is growing in service to humanity, in service to the great feminine and her call, that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities, and you are guided by the oracle of past life present power to be open to shifting internally and your experience of your own levels of power and spiritual ability. So in addition to this, you're stepping into your power. This whole thing here that you've I'm getting the sense that both of these connections may be very, very healing for you, and they both serve a purpose in your life right now. Regardless of the choice that you make, they've both been healing you in some way, and this is helping you step further into your divine feminine essence and power. So it's likely that you're starting to get more downloads. You may be opening up to more of your your being, your soul. You may be having more like visions or dreams, things of that nature. Your intuition may be a bit more activated. Interestingly enough, okay, I'm going to go ahead and read one paragraph out of this. It says, talents, abilities, and powers wish to be restored to you now from past incarnations. This will help your path. You will often be able to recognize this because you will feel some instant fascination or deep interest for a culture, philosophy, heritage, or even place on earth or beyond, which is deeply compelling. This is your intuitive recognition that a part of your soul connected with this passionate interest is being drawn into integration. At such times, there can be emotions, feelings, and even phobias or fears that temporarily arise. You may even find your tastes for food and clothing and your sleep or other habit change quickly and noticeably for a time. These can all be signs that a past life energy is being integrated. So this is really helping you. These connections are really helping you step into your true essence once again. It's like there was a soul recognition on both ends, and you're really just stepping into your power, and you're really starting to realize all the different facets of yourself. Because the soul, and just like the divine, is very much like a cut diamond, where it has several faces. The light shines in, and it gets refracted into several different faces, right? And I mean, this is clear when we even when we socialize with people, or we're social with people. We we present ourselves to different people in different manners. This shows how multifaceted you are. So you're starting to integrate a lot of your past life experiences, which is likely why you'll have a lot of success in whatever it has been that you've been drawn into. And now you're really just stepping into your power. Once again, I'm getting the sense, especially with the snakes here, that this is going to be these, and the fact that there's a duality there, the fact that they're both facing in different directions. These both of these connections for you are incredibly healing, and they're going to help you either way. It's just a matter of feeling whatever your heart is calling you to. Wow. Okay, so that's really, really powerful. This is incredibly beautiful energy that you're stepping into after some really painful cycles that you've gone through. These are all closing out, and this was all with the divine purpose of helping you step more into your authenticity and be more of yourself and really experience the life that you want. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help me out with getting these messages out to more and more people. My goodness, I'm sorry. Before I end here, we have the enter the chamber of healing again. This is definitely an extension of the messages that I've been delivering. It's like there's a progression here, most definitely. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much going to end it for me here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you much love and light. Take care.